Not long after I was diagnosed, I went out and bought some greeting cards for my children for their 18th, 21st wedding. And I've only managed to write one of those 6 cards because my hands are getting so hard to control that it can take me an hour to write one card. And it's really draining, physically and mentally.
What do you write?
Well, just things, saying how wonderful my children are, you know, they're my everything, and how proud I am of them, and that I may or may not be here by the time that milestone comes around, but I love them with all my heart and I always will.
Do they know that you're doing that?
They do now.
Surprise!
Emma was diagnosed with motor neurone disease in April last year when she was 44. MND affects the motor nerves responsible for movement, swallowing, speaking and breathing. As it progresses, these nerve cells degenerate and die.
When did you first start to know that something wasn't quite right?
I would say just over 12 months before diagnosis. It started off with numbness in my right fingers, and then I would wake up in the morning and I'd have numbness in both hands.
Emma was referred to a neurologist for further tests. Those results revealed the devastating truth that Emma had MND, which is incurable.
What were your first thoughts in that moment?
What about my kids? What do I have to do? Is my will up to date? The other thing I still haven't done yet is plan my funeral, which is something, it's in the back of my mind and it's something that I keep going to do and then I can't. But it is something that's pushing me to say, you need to do this.
Emma now uses a wheelchair at times to help her conserve energy. She's also had to start asking people for help, an act she's not used to.
What is it like to live with MND?
Unfortunately, I have pain, and a lot of that comes from severe cramping in my body.
How do you cope with that?
I think I've worked it out on average that about every 9th day I have a day that I just cry uncontrollably for a bit. Sometimes it's not in the privacy of my own home, sometimes it might be somewhere in public, and I think I can't control it.
Emma lives with her partner Matt and her 2 children, 17-year-old Sienna and 15-year-old Sage.
What about what's difficult for your family?
If I'm upset, it makes them upset. They find it hard to see me cry or in pain because it hurts them thinking I don't want you to be in pain. However, when I'm at my weakest, they're at their strongest. They pick me up. I know it hurts them, but sometimes I can't help it. Thank you. And yeah, they're amazing.
Spending time with family is Emma's priority, but she also has a second home she's not ready to say goodbye to just yet, Victoria's Parliament House.
As many of you know, I've faced a few challenges in my lifetime. A stroke at 36, a close political election campaign, and now I face my biggest challenge, motor neurone disease.
Emma's been in government since 2022.
I am so thrilled and honoured to have this role, to represent my community in the Victorian Parliament and to be their voice here in Spring Street. And not being part of my community, I think I would be really, really sad. So that's the selfish part. I need them as much as hopefully they need me. I've still got things to do. I'm not finished yet.
Around 2,688 Australians are thought to be living with MND at any one time, as well as Emma. One of those is Neil Danaher.
Australian of the Year is Neil Danaher.
We went on the map 10 years ago. So we have some of the best researchers in the world for motor neurone disease right here, and that's because of the Danaher family.
You could choose to fight this beast alone, in private, but you've been so open and honest with everyone, and now with Australia. Why?
I feel like Neil has done so much work in this space. If I can even help him a fraction to raise awareness about this insidious disease, then I guess that's my job. And I also feel that it's important for the Parliament to understand the issues and the problems that people with disability face.
Emma doesn't know how long she has left, but she does know what she wants her legacy to be.
What I want for the rest of my life is to continue advocating for my community for the best I can. And I'm not perfect, and I won't get everything, but I will try. As far as legacy, maybe my children is that.
Be still and know that I'm with you. Be still and know that
Go Megan.
What a great human.
Incredible.
Great story.
Incredibly strong woman, and raising, you know, we use the term raising awareness. This is real, and people are seeing what she's experiencing in real time, and that takes so much courage. I'm astounded.
She's a beautiful person, beautiful person.